Hello everybody, and welcome to a live editing session. We're just gonna, well, thank you first of all for tuning in. It's been a while since I streamed, period. Unfortunately, my Awakening file is not ready to play yet. As in, I don't think my team is ready for the next chapter, so I'm gonna do some grinding before I do anything with that file, and then next week, hopefully, I'll come back with Awakening Live. Hopefully. It depends on how much progress I make on this video, because right now I've got a lot on my plate. And it's very difficult to get around to everything. Because in terms of this video we're going to be working on today, I've got a long way to go. In fact, you'll see here, it's like, I've got Premiere open here. This is the program I use. I use Premiere. I'll probably be explaining some of my personal things I use, some tips I do, as I go along, if you want to follow. And hi everybody in the chat, Subasa, Sliver Knight, Miachu. I'm doing good. Boba Fett, Daniel, thanks for tuning in. Fish, thank you for the $10, buddy. Always appreciated. Love you, Fish. Always appreciate. Thanks so much, man. Also, the notifications are in the wrong place. Give me a moment. I threw this together really quickly. I thought I'm going to be editing tonight anyway, and I haven't streamed in a while. So let's combine the two and see how that goes. Yeah, I got to move those notifications up. Right now they're on my face. So, like if I replay, let me replay that one. Oh, is it going to appear on my face? It should appear on my face. The 2DS capture card is working fine. So, I mean, thanks for the donation. Thanks to that donation, I was able to get it. So, I mean, Awakening Live is going to be a lot smoother from now on. A lot of those technical difficulties are not going to exist. And it doesn't look like that alert appeared. Let me fix that real quick, and then we'll get into editing. I just want to make sure I'm not going to do anything. I want to make sure if people donate that it actually appears. So I'm going to just test to this again real quick. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I haven't looked at the numbers yet, but anybody in the chat, thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll get a peek into the process, a peek into how things work, maybe take away some tips of your own. Or some things that you can apply if you're a content creator yourself, or you want to. Let me see this. Oh, alert box. Let me just test to make sure this is working. Yeah, they're appearing on my face. So, what's up, GNS? Thanks for tuning in. It has been a while. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Pretend that was Fish's donation there. So stuff will be appearing on my face. But anyways, let's get to the video. Let's get to the video part where you guys are all here to see. Also the viewer counter. Oh, never mind. Let me fix the viewer counter real quick. Viewer count properties. Okay. That not look dumb? There it is. Now it's there. Move that over a little bit. There we go. So first of all, we're gonna set aside what we're gonna do for this session, or hopefully complete. It might take longer than I think. You never know, but I know I have not Xeno. There's a story behind it, but I'll get into it another day. I usually know. Usually I keep it pretty clean, but. Alright, let's get into this. So, essentially, what I like doing first is the audio. Because the audio, for me, my delivery, my talking, the background music, that's the first thing that creates a feel, you know? And then I base the visuals off that feel, or I try to kind of create a vibe first, or think of a vibe I'm going to go for first, and then make decisions based off of that vibe. So, I'm going to play the section we're going to be working with. This is our canvas for the day, and I'll go give it a play real quick. So it's going to be in a. By the way, this is going to be white It's just we're going to be listening to what we're working with. White background is what I'm sticking with for this video. Last time I went with the black background, I'm like, hey, let's work with a white background and black text and see how that goes.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt the sensation I just described, whether it was a difficult level, a key moment in the story, or just getting totally lost in a game's world. It's these moments where everything seems to click in our minds that make for some of the most memorable and meaningful experiences playing games, and Fire Emblem is no exception. In fact, the very first moment I can actively recall being in the zone was my first time through Fire Emblem Awakening. I spent an entire weekend on the couch trucking through that game, and nearly every single moment felt absolutely magical. While this feeling is most often referred to by many as being in the zone, it actually has a proper name in psychological circles: flow. And in the game development community, the academic theory surrounding flow has become essential to the game design process. Today we'll be taking an in-depth look at Fire Emblem through the lens of flow theory, to not only understand what causes players to feel flow in Fire Emblem, but how the game's design and difficulty options cultivate and facilitate flow in various different ways. This is Fire Emblem versus Psychology, the flow state.
Now we're not going to be editing that whole section, it's a little too much for today, because that's about a minute and 40 seconds. A minute 42. We're not going to be able to edit that much tonight. This is going to be about a 2-3 hour stream. So we're going to be focusing on the opening section. The opening kind of like, because this is what sets the vibe. That's what sets the vibe, is the opening. And I really, with this video, I want to open super strong. Because I think, I don't know, Fire Emblem intros, like intros to Fire Emblem videos, they're so boring. Nobody, I just want to do something that, something that like boom, punch, hook. That's a little different than opening title, like intro, then some general like kind of opening anecdote thingy. I just want to do something with a little more punch. So that's what we're going to be going for today. We're going old school. We're going old school with YouTube tutorials with the open notepad. Because I'm going to be writing down, because I'm basically dividing this section into 3 things. Or, because we're going to be editing, I'll play the section where I plan on editing tonight.
The space around you fades away.
And I'll stop it when we're going to cut off for tonight.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
I'm going to be focusing on this section. I'll highlight it. We're going to be focusing on this section right here, so I'll zoom in. This is what we're working with today. This section right here. And it's going to take a lot longer than you guys think. Like, this is not good. This is going to take a little bit. Alright. So this is the section we're working with right here of the video. And basically with the video goals, okay, the section goals, so this is what I mean by like this section of the video is the opening. So the opening, let's go with immediate goals, because I have the immediate goals right on my mind right now. Gotta have that punch. Opening punch, because this is the opening 25 seconds. It needs to have that punch, that opening kind of bang to get people, like, what I want to know what this guy has to say. I want to keep watching. You got to have that hook. So we want that opening punch / hook. That's an immediate goal right there. In terms of a video goal, we've got jazz music. John Woo, thanks for subscribing. It's on my face. John Woo, thanks for subscribing. There you go. Of course, jazz is not a video goal, but I went with jazz music. So we're gonna try to work. We have to work the visuals around this jazz. It's got to be smooth. It's got to be like not any like kind of just janky movement. Like it's got to be, things have got to flow, be smooth, and kind of be a little more laid back on the visual. Nothing super, you know, zipping all over the screen. So smooth tone, and that's visually and audibly. I don't know how to say that. Visually and audibly, I want to have this smooth. I want it to be smooth. Secondly, with this one, I'm really working with some new programs here. I'm working with well, programs plural. I'm mainly working, yeah, plural. I'm working with Illustrator and After Effects. Oh, sorry, Illustrator and After Effects. Those two programs. And my experience in them is not as robust as it is Premiere. It's not as robust as it is in Vegas, in Sony Vegas, which was what I used to use. And I'm just not as good with those programs. So when we're going to be working in them today, it's going to be a little slow. I might have to reference some tutorials as I go. So be on the lookout for that, because it's going to happen. I'm going to have to reference a tutorial on how to do something. So smooth tone, visually, audibly. I want things to have kind of a smooth, I want some movement. So I guess smooth, some slow movement slash flow. Yeah, smooth, slow movement. Of course, the video is about flow, so it's kind of what I was thinking with it. And present the concept in as simply as possible. We're not going to be making anything too complex here. I really want to present it as simple as possible. We're not going to be making any too crazy graphics. I've already made a graphic for this, and I'll be showing you that in a bit. Thanks. I mean, it has been a hot minute since a stream. Last time I streamed was like early June, so I know I'm gonna try to get back in the swing of it. But I've just been overloaded lately. I've just had too much on my plate. So too much on my plate. Whenever I get home on Thursday nights, it's usually I can't do anything. I'm just dead. Let alone stream, because streaming's not easy. It's very draining. So a lot of the times when I get home, I just don't want to stream. Anyways, back to the concept. I just want simple, so kind of minimalist. I want it to be very minimal, kind of minimalist. Smooth, minimalist. I think that's more for the overall, like, the video vibe. Goals is not really what it is. That's the goal. The ideal video vibe. There we go. Can I italicize this? Now back to the immediate goals. Opening, punch, slash, hook. That's the immediate goal of the section we're editing today. We want an opening, punch, hook. Something to grab people. So it needs to be visually kind of it's gotta be immediately I'm trying to find the word. Powerful imagery, as in powerful imagery. What am I trying to say with that? I want a bold, not bold. I want to be bold. Bold in terms of yeah, you're right. I should do a face reveal. What a great idea. Like Odd Rhythm. Yes. Odd Rhythm essentially laid the groundwork for the idea of this video's tone. Especially, you're going to see a lot of similar, very black black against white. That video had a lot of black against the teal. I'm going for, yeah, like Katamatsu, like odd rhythm. Something bold and impactful in terms of the imagery right off the fact, or the opening image. I want to be like, it's so hard to put into words what I'm trying to. Bold and impactful, and set the mood. Something that's bold and impact. Of course, this has to work with this. This is what I mean. I'm gonna scrap this section because this section is almost an entirely different section. The opening 20 seconds versus the opening spiel I give is totally different in terms of the goals. So, of Yandere Dev, I don't know if I want to be like Yandere Dev. I don't know if that's the person I'm striving to be. I'm sure, I think you're talking about imagery, but I don't know if I want to be in an attitude form like Yandere Dev. I'm glad you like the editing. I mean, I'm trying to, with this video, I'm really trying to grow and learn some new things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the ride here. Just gotta make sure I'm not dropping any frames. No, I'm not dropping any. Something can be bold and impactful while being, I think. Set the mood. Opening punch that's bold and impactful and sets the mood. I think that sets some good goals here. Anything I do here must line up with this. This has to line up. If any of my immediate goals in a video is not working toward these in terms of the visuals, then it's not doing its job. So let's get to it then. This opening section here. I'm gonna have to open up. I have a few ideas for this already. I have a few ideas. We're gonna be opening up. I'm going to be opening up Illustrator real quick. I'm going to be dragging Illustrator over to the other window and wait for it to. You should have had it open in the first place. Something that sets the mood for the whole video, or go in for a certain. Sets the mood for the whole video. Like, that's more what I'm going for. It's. The overall goal is to go for that atmosphere. And in order to go for that atmosphere, you have to establish it. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, is establish that atmosphere in the first opening 20 seconds. There's Illustrator. By the way, this is not the final chart. I'm opening up a chart right now, a file. That is not the final chart. Also, it's probably going to be a lot more laggy than usual. This is the concept. I don't expect people to get this right away, but I have a little animation that goes along with this. Every video is usually different, Squid Juice. In fact, I'll play you that right now, guys. Let me find it. I don't know where I actually saved that video. Yeah, I don't think it's worth going for. I'll be opening up After Effects and I can show you it in there. The last video took hundreds, probably in the hundreds of hours, that manga video. Videos before that usually take around 30 to 40. That's a very rough estimate. Very rough. I don't usually keep track of my hours directly. It's just something I work on the side when I get home. So I'm kind of going for, if you see this graphical style of this graph, I'm thinking primary, simple primary colors when I use, of course, again, the final video does not look like this. I also have a few assets that I bought on the website called Creative Marketplace, so I'll get those up real quick as well. In fact, I think I just had one. Let me go get those assets real quick. YouTube, Pavise. Let me open these. got a bunch of these kind of very simple shapes, because that's, again, I'm going for a very minimalist vibe here. So I bought a ton of these assets that just have a gazillion of these little icons, and I'm thinking of ones that I can use in the video. Of course, my opening spiel is about space. You know, let's see. What do I open up on? What's my opening line here?
The space around you fades away.
The space around you fades away. Okay, space. Space, and I'm talking about space as in the physical space around you. So let's see if I have... Let's brainstorm some ideas around that, actually, before I go into those. I'm just gonna... Space! I'm thinking maybe of... maybe, you know how you're gonna be using the white? Maybe it starts black and fades to white. Like... Yeah, you'll probably never see most of those used, by the way. It's just, it's good to have those around, though. Also, make sure this is space. Here's an idea. Again, you gotta brainstorm before we start committing too many hours into something. Space. I'm thinking maybe black fading to white. Where the where that opens, where it starts black. Maybe it starts with the black, with the white icon, and it fades and switches. Like the space around you fades away. Or maybe it's a white icon, or it's a black icon. Oh, okay. Black fading to white with black icon on top. What that'll do is that'll be a black icon, and as the black fades, it'll look as if like the image kind of emerges out of that black into the white. Toho music video. I don't know what video you're referring to, Alpha Megos, but I'm definitely trying to keep with the pages is something more intricate when the music starts to get more complex. I haven't seen that, what AMV you're talking about, I'm assuming. But that's kind of what I'm going for from what you're saying, but I can't tell you word for word if it is, because I haven't seen the video you're talking about. So let's give that a go, actually. Let's do that right now. We got a white background here. Let's add a black. Let's add a black background. Of course, the timing of the fade is going to matter as well. The matter of this fade, like, let's see.
The space around you fades away.
I want the fades to happen to those notes, so we might have to mess around with where some stuff is played. Luckily, I have a lot of room. I'm gonna be moving this audio out of so we don't accidentally clip it. Gotta make sure I have it set to all chat because it might stop me from seeing links.
The space around you fades away.
Or maybe what we can do, it opens up like this. This might mess up some of the timing I'm going for. Actually, no, I can make it work. Or it goes like this. Something like this instead.
The space around you fades away.
Yeah, maybe something like that instead. I think that works better. So we move this fade over here.
The space around you fades away. Time is...
And then this moves up here.
Time is non-existent.
And then something else happens here. We don't know what's going to happen there. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm pretty free-form with how I edit. I usually don't know how something's going to turn out until I've started making it. We also may need to move...
Existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that
that still works, actually. This timing still works, I think. This is going to have to move up a little bit, though.
Distant. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that is only... Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
That timing almost works better, honestly. So okay, open with this.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent.
Say I want to move all of this a little.
Your focus
back.
is solely
So there's a little
tuned to the
pause
screen,
before it starts.
The space around you fades away.
And then let's just put, for example, let's look at this icon. We're talking about space. We're talking about space. We're talking space as in space around you, not actual space, because I don't want to put a little planet there, because that does not make sense. So let's look through these icons. Space. Of course, the next thing I talk about is time. So we could have the clock up here. I think we should have the clock up here, because there's a clock icon. There's some clock icons here. We got the stopwatch. We got this alarm clock. I'm thinking we go with the watch. I like the watch, honestly. Yeah, I'm feeling the watch. See, this is a little too simple. I want simple, but this is taking it a little too abstract, especially when later down the line, if I have graphics like this, this is a little too abstract for this, in my opinion. I'd rather go with something like this. There's just a little more to it. There's a little more to these two. It's clearly only a few more lines, but just that little few more lines, just they can make the difference in terms of establishing a tone. So I think I'm gonna go with this little watch here. So I'm gonna create a new, and then we're gonna be animating this watch later. So I'm gonna be making a new. I'm making a new one because this is a really small. So gotta get it out of there. Select it. Line 15. Line 2. We're gonna Control C that. Control V it. Make it way bigger. The good thing about this is that it's a vector graphic, so no matter how big I make it, it'll maintain its resolution. See how small it was and I made it so huge? Usually if you do that in like Photoshop, it's not going to be huge anymore. It's going to be tiny. Or it's going to be huge, but it's going to be pixelated as hell. But this is a vector graphic, so we have a lot more to work with here. And then we're going to save as. Let's save this as clock opening, or opening clock. Let's say opening clock. We're gonna save that. Of course, wait a minute. We want this one. Yes, we want this one. I was just making sure. I didn't accidentally want to have Actually, this might need to be pure black. I need to make sure this is pure black first of all. Give me a moment. This has to be pure black because the background is pure black. Here we go. Alright, save that. That's opening clock. Also, if you properly know how to use Adobe, Illustrator, and After Effects, and I'm just being stupid, please let me know. Because if I know there's a faster way to do things, I'm totally down. So, let's save that. And we're not going to be working with much else other than this for a while. So, let's hop over to... I'm going to have to close this. Let's hop over to After Effects. And this is going to take a while to load. So I'm thinking the clock's going to be here, it's going to fade, and the clock's going to appear out of that fade, right? I say the space around you fades away. The space around you fades away. Time does this, this, and this. I'm thinking with the clock, what I'm going to do here is that when I say time, what do I say here? What do I say?
Time is non-existent.
Time is non-existent. How can I make that into an animation, a movement? Well, non-existent, it's going to have to disappear off the screen somehow. I'm going to be able to animate it a lot more kind of juice, a lot more juice in the animation in After Effects. So we'll mess around with some ways we can make this clock disappear off the screen in After Effects. So we're going to make a new composition. Composition name, opening clock. Yep. Opening clock. And we're going to drag in that Illustrator file into here. Where is it? Here it is. Opening clock. Drag this in. And drag this down here. And here you can see, here's the clock, and we're going to be animating it. Of course, we need to create shapes from vector layer, and now we can mess around with something. This. Now we can mess around with some things in animation. Right now, if I play this, it's just going to be, it's nothing. Also, I should need to know how long I need this to be. I need this to be... The clock's not going to be on screen at around here, so you know what? For safety, I'll keep it about 10 seconds. Wait a minute. I say here.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is...
I'll make it 10 seconds. I'll make it 10 seconds. I just have to go to composition and change it to... Change this to 10 seconds. It's 10 seconds now. So it's going to be staying like this for how long? How long is it going to stay like that for?
The space around you fades away.
It's going to stay like that for a good, like, 8 minutes. Not 8 minutes, for a good 8 seconds, actually. It might need to be longer than 10 minutes. We'll operate, you know what? We'll do the animation first, because the span of the animation, actual when it's getting animated, is going to be... Closer to, it's going to be from about 8 to 29 to about 13, so it's going to be closer to 5 seconds. Set this to 5 seconds. And I'm also going to drag in the audio for reference. Let's drag in this audio, we know. Just so we have the audio synced up to what we're working on. And this is going to need to be... Let me is it not... Can that show me the audio here? There. About this point. Maybe a little more of it. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so how are we going to animate this clock? First of all, let's see how we can mess with it. How we can get this clock off screen, disappear. Time is non-existent. Time is non-existent. I was thinking that the hands of the clock kind of like fold up. I mean, you can always take the lazy route and just make it fade away as well, but I don't like that. I don't like that. That's too easy. In terms of the scale, if we can scale it up, like, oh, ooh, you know what we could do? Go back to black. It zooms in so much that we go back to the black. That's possible. You could do that. Also can mess around with the hands here. We can make make it undraw itself. Also, I gotta make sure I can actually see chat if I'm missing. Chat was frozen, my bad. Blown away like dust? My bad, guys. There we go. Shatter the watch? Oh, here's the thing. Shattering it doesn't really fit with what I'm going for. Shatter doesn't really fit with... Shatter doesn't fit with this. Shattering isn't smooth. Shattering is very bursty, very kind of rough. Doesn't really fit with what I'm going for the smoothness here. I don't know how I can make a watch break smoothly, you know? Also, my abilities with After Effects are quite limited. So, I don't know if I can make it shatter. I don't know if I'm that good. In terms of, I'm thinking, it's at the center here. Let's see what I can do with the hands. Rotating, paths. By paths, by the way, I'm talking about the lines here, so I can do some weird shit like this. Like, what? Whoa! I shouldn't do that. Get a break. After Effects needs to go slowly. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Maybe I am a relax. We're both Canadian. Maybe I just am relax, and you guys like, that's possible. But what we can do is something like this, like, like the hand. I'm thinking the hands fade away, the hands coalesce and then just disappear, and then the ring bursts out. So first of all, I'm gonna make a keyframe on this path here. So it starts off here. This collapse. Oh, whoops. Select these points. Sorry, guys. I'm not. Again, you're gonna have to excuse my After Effects. This collapses about here to make a circle here. So like I need to start at the sound effect. On this keyframe, we also want these. These need to be here. Does that make a circle? Kind of, not really. That's not really a circle. And then at this point, it's going to scale into nothing. Maybe when it reaches the... When it reaches the center, it goes da 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 da. You see that symbol in the background? You hear that symbol in the background? Maybe with that symbol, when that symbol, the circle bursts out, like 1, 2, 3. Let's go to this path here, this group, second group here, transform. At this point, it's going to be at 100. When does that symbol kick in? About here. I want to line it up with this. Oh, that could. No, wait. It's gonna be a lot smoother. I'm just trying to get out the bass movement here. This is gonna disappear, by the way. Let's make that disappear, actually, for real. Just so we get the vibe. Transform. Scale. This needs to be... Why is that all the way over here? I need to move this. Not duplicate it. I don't want it scaled around this. Here we go! To the internet! Changing transform. Adobe After Effects. Changing anchor. There's still some basics I don't know, guys. I'm kind of moving through this with you guys, so. Oh, why? There we go, why? There we go. Move that there. And then this needs to go into scale into nothing. Okay, this just disappears because it just vanishes. It's too fast. So this needs to be longer. Just how long? Just like this. Again, this is too fast. Relative to the rest of the motion. It also, it doesn't, this hasn't reached, we're gonna need to move some points around. Because this hasn't reached the circle form yet. Also, we're a little zoomed in here, so let's see it as a... I didn't even have it scaled out. That's down here. That should be scaled out further. Also, this movement is really stiff right now. Like, it's just so stiff. With a symbol, this zoom out needs to be like a rush, you know? So we'll work on this little thing here, this little scale increase here. Oh no, that's not the right one. This one. Let's see. Give me that easy ease, baby. Keyframe assistant. Easy ease. We want it easing out. Maybe we can add a fade as this happens too. Let me make this last slightly long. Move here. I still don't like some of these frames here. Like these frames here, I am not a fan of. But let's see how it applies in the. Let's see how it like works first. Let's see how it looks, basically. Let's see how it looks before we pass judgment. I can export this as a PNG, right? Snapshot. Oh, that's just a snapshot of what it was. I don't think it's an actual screenshot. I want to just export this as a PNG. But whatever. Let's go back to Premiere. Let's. Oh, I have to save this first. Project. Opening. I'm just gonna call it opening. Yeah, we'll see. I'll mess around with the watch hands a little bit because I don't like the watch hand movement right now. Well, we could mess around with it, or we could have it when it fades in. So, like, yeah, we could. Okay, we'll maybe mess around with the fade outs in it. I just want to see how it looks. Yeah, Jacob, I saw your comment. It was a good comment. It is kind of crazy. I'm glad someone else had a similar experience as I did. Premiere, we want this composition. Opening clock. Can't I just open it? I just want to open this composition. I might have to go to my documents. Documents. What did I call it? Search for opening. Okay, here we go. We're going to File. Import this. Opening. Did I call it? Did I put a capital on opening by accident? Yeah, I think I did. Opening clock. Let's import this. Oh, it had the audio here too, so we're gonna unlink that audio.
The space around you fades away. Existent.
Oh, I just need a static picture of this clock, first of all. I think I can just take a picture of this, right? Actually, no, it needs to have transparency. Okay, now we can do this. File. Oh, I was in After Effects. I need to be. File. Save frame as. Composition. Never mind. Composition. Composition. Why can't I? To render single frame, choose composition. Save frame as. I do not see save frame as. There it is. Save frame as. File. Oh, exposed. Oh, it only does PSD. Whatever. I'll deal with the PSD. Now let's go find that. Oh, what was that notification? It's really struggling with this PSD. I don't want to lose my progress on this. I don't think I saved yet. It's not responding now. Beautiful. That's the problems with editing. There we go. There it is. There's our little old buddy. He's gonna be here.
You fades away. Time is non-existent.
I think this needs to be faster.
Is non-existent.
Also, this is off on the timing though.
Existent. 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 The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent.
I might have to pre-render. I might want this fade to take longer, actually.
you fades away. Fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems is non-existent.
It needs to be faster.
Is non-existent.
Like the da-na-na. Yeah, it needs to be way faster. Well, let's go into After Effects and fix that up. It needs to be done here. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Da-na. Na 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 na. I can see what you're doing with hurt an arm too. I can see what you're getting at there. Da na na. So yeah, this animation up here needs to be moved up. Some timing needs to be adjusted here. Da na na. Na na na. Na na na. I could probably actually. So this needs to be faster. This might be too. Yeah, it looks fine to me, but I saw like a. Let's see how it fits in the overall tone. Let me go back to. I just might need to re-import it real quick. Do not want to render that. Let's see,
non-existent.
Maybe I need to make this louder. Actually, it's that like it's way too quiet as well.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Time is non-existent.
You could start the zoom as the watch hands hit at the point of being a circle to emulate a faster zoom. You're right. Yeah, let's give that a go. Because this, oh yeah, this zoom timing is.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent.
That worked way better. That was way better. I don't think the frame timing is exact here. Yeah, it starts a little early. So we might need to move this a fruit.
Non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, the space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen.
I'm thinking I should have the clock hands turning. It's too static.
The space around you fades away.
Yeah, I think I want the clock hands turning. Or the clock hand turning. I think that's gonna be much better. Of course, that's gonna make my job a lot harder. We'll go to the turning after we get the next section out of the way, because I think these should be turning.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. The space around you fades away.
I like this part. Yeah, I like that fade.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and
In this section here, your focus is slowly tuned to the screen. I want something to pan in from the left or from the right, like a mock-up of a 3DS or something, or a mock-up of something Fire Emblem related, like a vector image of something's Fire Emblem related, or a series of like Fire Emblem like images in pure black.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
I think I like this idea of, if you've seen Odd Rhythm, these panning past these characters, you know, or these icons. I might do something with that. I like that a lot.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes...
Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go find some Fire Emblem like related images that I can make that look nice as kind of vectors. Like, yeah, look nice as vectors. Is essentially what I'm getting. I actually happen to have... I might date some Fire... I have a bunch of Awakening and Fire Emblem Heroes assets, as well as some art that I can use. So let's actually go to... We can just do that in Premiere. We don't need to go to another program, I don't... Probably better... Probably better I make it in Illustrator or Photoshop, though. It's not going to be that crazy. I'm thinking probably Photoshop, actually, because that's what I usually do this kind of thing in. Give me a moment. Gotta look for some images, actually. Thumbnails, assets. Trying to find some things that are instantly recognizable as vectors. Let's test some vectors. In fact, we're done with Illustrator anyways, so we may as well open we'll reopen After Effects later after we get this next section done. We'll come back to the clock for sure. But I think I'm gonna open Photoshop and work in there for a second. Sorry if I'm flip-flopping between a ton of programs, but that's just kind of how I roll. As well as sneezing. I guess that's how I also roll. Come on, Photoshop. Work with me, Photoshop. Photoshop open, please? There we go. I can't drag the Photoshop window to show you guys.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. The space around you fades away.
This needs to have a clock. The clock needs to have movement. It's too static. But that makes this job a lot harder when we get to it. Making the clock hands rotate I don't think will be too tough. That shouldn't be too rough. I'm worried about, I'm more worried about this animation. We might need to change it. That's the thing about a video. Things are going to change as you go along. Anyways, Photoshop's open now. But yeah, Adobe programs do like to take their goddamn sweet, sweet time. This video is, we're editing just the next video. The video's about flow, it's about being in the zone. And, I'm not going to go into more detail than that. Because, I mean, you gotta watch the video when it comes out. Let's go File New. Film and video, HD 1080p. Unlock the background, just make. And we're gonna throw some Fire Emblem like images up, see what sticks. I'm personally feeling pretty keen on this. Blending options, color overlay, set. You can't really see the face. No, it doesn't work. You need to be able to see the kind of whole body. What else do I have around here? Yeah, that body shape doesn't really work. I have a bunch of just Fire Emblem stuff. This is Morgan. Does this work? Actually, I have to place it first. Does this look better? Oh, that looks way better. Oh, that looks cool. I'm totally down with that. It looks so cool as a vector. Oh my lordy. It's a little too... It's not very smooth, though. That's the thing. I'm also liking this. That's probably a little more iconic. Yeah, this is probably better, to be honest, as a vector. Like that. Yeah, that's probably better. That probably fits the tone better. Although, I still think this looks really goddamn cool. Oh, look at that. What a great silhouette. Oh, that's spicy. That's spicy. What's a vector? By vector, I mean vector style. This isn't actually a vector. Usually it's just a black solid color. It doesn't have to be solid color, but it's not like a image file. It's a bunch of points, so you can really expand it without losing resolution. Of course, that's not what I'm referring to here. I know vector is a little confusing when I say this here. It's really just an image that's black. That is the term I'm using it for, but that's not actually what a vector is. A vector is a series of points that you can expand, and you won't lose any resolution because it's a series of points. It'll continually recreate basically the shape as you expand like the point. And yeah, so that one looks pretty good. Well, we'll probably end up going with this because it's a little, it fits. yeah, we have our goals here. It's a lot smoother. Maybe in a different video I would use this, but this is a lot smoother kind of image there. Let's go to, let's see what else I got on hand. It can't all just be Lucina images. Gotta be some other icons too. I have a bunch of heroes. Oh, hey Chaz. What you're looking at, you'll see in a moment. I have Premiere open. I'm just kind of making something that's gonna pan in from the side. Where's my assets? Common assets. There we go. Images. I could put myself in there. Let's go to, yeah, heroes assets. What's up, Aiden? Thanks for tuning in. Is there any good heroes ones I can use? Like swords and stuff. I'll probably use a sword here. I am looking scuffy right now. Don't remind me. Let's go to weapons. Yeah, I'll just go in here just so you guys can see. Battle backgrounds. We're looking for the weapons here. Character art. The weapon sprites. There they are. Yeah, so weapon sprites could work out here. Where's Falchion here? Find Falchion. Some arrows. I could use some of these axes too. Let's dump that axe there. Well, thanks for tuning in, Ziggy. Oh man, these are really small though. I don't know if these will make good. Yeah, these don't really make. I might have to recreate these shapes in Illustrator. Cause yeah, they look real fuzzy. Yeah, might need to recreate them in Illustrator. They're a little too small. I could probably make a pattern using them, but they're a little too small to use on their own. Yeah, they're really small. I mean, they're nice, like, but just small. Yeah, that's just too small. Like when it's down there like that, that's cool, but it's just way too small. Like, I mean, this is an easier shape to recreate, but man, okay, we're gonna have to find something else then. I do happen to have some larger weapons that I could use here. I think it was in the Hit Rate Live video. Yes, these. Use this axe. This swords here. My editing's not very advanced, Chaz. I'm gonna be honest. You're not gonna get much here. Or maybe you will. Who knows? Yeah, that's better. Whoa, ooh, that was a little wonky. Axe in here. Maybe you do make these a little smaller. I'm thinking the Fire Emblem icon, like or the Heldom of Alyssa's icon. Yeah, the Alyssa icon. If I can get a transparent form of that, I think there's an asset for it. I should have an asset for that. I swear. See, Blessed Kaga. I'm gonna be streaming for I don't know how long. I'm gonna keep going until I probably fall asleep. or I'm too tired to continue. Because I'm basically just working on my video and just broadcasting it. And I'm going to stop streaming when I stop working on the video. Now, where was it? Where am I thinking this would be? Common assets? Images? Awakening assets? Anything in here? Yes, I just do have random effects lying around. From the menu? Nope. There's got to be a high quality version of that. I was also thinking of using the turn wheel here. See the turn wheel? I think it would make for a very cool border if you do this. Maybe I'll use that later. Something like this. It looks a little off, to be honest. Maybe replicating this, though, this pattern, that seems pretty. Anyways, back to searching. Where is this goddamn... I swear it exists. Or maybe I should use a... Okay, let me look for this. I think it's on Serene's Forest. Awakening images. If you go to the images section here. Sorry, I'm on Chrome. You guys can't see. Bright Rip's official artwork. Go down to the bottom. Ooh. Stuff like this. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Honestly. Like this stuff in the background. Or this is cool too. Oh man, I'm stealing this. Well, not stealing it. This is official. This is just assets. What a great asset. Save image as. I'm going to put this in common assets. If I ever think I'm going to use something twice, I put it into common assets. It's a JPEG, so we're going to have to mess around with it to get what we want out of it. Because there's no transparency here. Grima. I think that's Naga. Yeah. And oh, this looks so goddamn cool. I'm saving that. Hopefully there's a black version of this. I could try inverting this. Make the black white and the white black. That would be useful. And then I guess the Awakening logo in high quality. Anyways. Give me a moment. I lost my live stream. Can't read. Where'd my live stream go? There we go. Now I can see. I couldn't see my I opened Chrome and I didn't see my live stream there, and I was a little confused. Alright. Now that those are stolen. Well, not stolen. They're just common assets. Let's get them in. Pop them in here. Now, luckily we're lucky because we have a white background, so we don't need to do too much actually. So let's get Naga in here. The video is gonna have a white background anyways, so the white is not that much of an issue actually. So I'm thinking we're just making a pattern here that scrolls across, and things are just gonna be kind of just around as this. Well, we're going to replace this sword with that falchion we had earlier. Of course, that's going to limit us a little bit. Where's that falchion? I mean, we can do some really just wacky cutting. Like, we could just do this. Hey, I need to fit you around other stuff, so you're getting cut really lazily. There you go. Boop. Oh, it's a smart object. I have to rasterize it. Never mind. I'll do that later. Just so... Because rasterizing layers is not fun. So I was going to have this, like, around... A little smaller, too. Where should this be? I can't see where it's gonna fit because it's all white. It's just gonna be a pattern that's just around stuff. This is gonna be like here. Maybe this could be like about here, and then this is where we slice it. We're gonna have to rasterize it though. Where's the rasterize layer? Oh! Select invert. Inverse. There we go. Better. There we go. And it doesn't matter. The background's gonna be white anyway. What's your video gonna be about? It's about the flow zone. The flow zone. It's about the zone, also known as the flow state. So I want a little more space between these things. Also, this style doesn't necessarily match this style. Might be an issue. Like this kind of white, like this fits the aesthetic I'm going for more than just the straight up black. Like, but there's only so much I can work with, you know? Like these are in a similar style, so they work a lot better. And if I drag in Grima here as Naga, I mean they look almost the exact same in terms of at a glance. If I drag in Grima here and move the falchion to the top layer. Like, these are all in the same style, but there's not many assets in this style, in this art style. Which is not ideal. I probably don't even want 2 dragons anyways. No, this is not a meme thing. This is definitely not a meme thing. So we might just have to mix them around so it isn't so jarring. Like Lucy here. I want things coming from the edges as well, so it looks like there's more kind of line around. I want things to be like kind of scattered and a little loose. Like it's almost like somebody dropped, you know, someone dropped like a basket of Fire Emblem images, you know, and they were just happened to be scrolling past them. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for here. We're gonna need some more. What else can we drag in here? Other assets that we have. I'm gonna go through heroes again. Character art and sprites. Heroes divides its things up into a bunch of manageable sprites. But I don't think there's much we can use here. UI, is there any UI stuff we could use from heroes? Put this here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just looking for any UIs, like symbols, basic symbols I could use. Gosh, yeah, some basic symbols, like some Fire Emblem icons. Are there no like Fire Emblem icons just lying around? Is there not just any Fire Emblem icons lying around that I can just on this UI maybe? Anything I can use here? There's an intelligent systems logo. Like, oh come on, let me drag it. There we go. Like none of these I can really use. All these like things exist. Do these like things just exist as normal icons? I might steal those like those knight icons or those class icons if I can find them. I'm not gonna put the Smash icon. It doesn't really fit what I'm talking about. Although flow is where I definitely feel Smash sells. I feel the flow state when I'm in like a bit of Smash Brothers matches. That's cool. Skills. Come on, where's just the occupations by themselves? These all have stuff attached to them. Level up. Nothing there. Overruled symbols. Come on. Give me something. Give me something. Give me something to work with here. Font, configuration, logos, map. We looked at that. Mission, skills. This. Oh, notification. Come on, give me something. I want those icons it was giving me before. That it looks like status. They're all in boxes. There's the crossing swords here, and these are really small assets too. It doesn't look like it's going to work out with the heroes assets. It's going to have to find some other stuff. Let's head over to Spriter's resource. Awakening. And see what we can find here. I don't want a Subway ad. I'm looking for more stuff. I don't want the confession stuff. That's not what I'm looking for. Effects, class types. That's just for the opening. Movie icons, not what I want either. Text boxes, skill icons. Again, not what I'm looking for. Effects, I have effects, but I already have that. File menu. Do I have this? I think I have that already. How are the Fates ones at? Because I do have his Awakening assets. File menu. I don't think many of these are going to be very big or high quality. You know what? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to search Fire Emblem Awakening. Gonna go Tools, Size, Large, Color, Transparent. And see what comes up. See if anything comes up that's icon related. Come on. Just give me something to work with. You know what? I might just have to keep it a little simpler than I want to. That's the thing about editing. Sometimes you just gotta make compromises. Gotta make compromises. So I'll go let's look through some of my existing assets some more. Anything in here? No. And just look through what I already have. Not much in here. Not much in here. Not much in here either. I don't know. We'll see. I'm debating it. in terms of the podcast. It is fun, but it's really a time thing. I really don't have much time to do stuff like it. It takes a lot of time to do those. And it's just time I don't have right now. Maybe I could put another character up there. I'm thinking maybe putting 2 characters and then just some weapon like surrounding them. Scattered. Hit rate's where I have the most kind of assets. Like I think I'll just stick with let's do this. Stunning options. Stroke. Not stroke. Color overlay. Make this smaller. Put another character in here. Having the falchion so close to the actual falchion is weird, but whatever. We can dealio. Also, this needs to be cropped to be bigger. We just have to crop this to be larger. Because this is stuff going to be moved past. I think I'll just do this. Oh, we're going to have another character. Not yet. Find another character render. Should have one. I also have the turn wheel lying around. But that's really oops. Don't crop. Have the turn wheel lying around. But that's not much help. As just a solid black graphic doesn't. Come on. The manga video, so many assets I had to make for that, but not working out right now. Nothing that I can really use. And we're back here. Okay, I'll go to my thumbnails folder, assets. What other characters are in here? Most of them are awakening characters, though. I want to kind of have a bit more representation. I can go through the heroes art for some other stuff. I think I'll do that. Go through the heroes like character art. Common assets, heroes, character art. Let's go for somebody. I'm just thinking Ike because he's pretty popular. Ike. Does he have a good pose here? I like that pose. How does it look when it's just... That looks like a mess. So no, not using this. How does... This will look better. But will it look good enough? Yeah, that's very distinct. I like that. Make sure the scaling of this isn't too absurd. Need one little thing in the bottom here. I think I do put the axe down. The axe fits over here. It's one little thing down here. What can we put down there? I'm so sad those weapon sprites aren't big. Yeah, not gonna be able to use these. Weapon sprites, UI, summon banners, story banners, sound effects, music. Might use some sound effects from here, but they're in a format I don't know. Music? The music's all fine though. The music's picked out for this, pretty much. And yeah, a lot of the videos happen like in the spur of the moment. I usually don't have some grand plan laid out or storyboarded. I probably should though. Make the process a little smoother. Again, nothing really here I can use. Weapon sprites, nothing else really. These are all too small. You know what? I'll search Fire Emblem. Transparent. Let's go instead black. That's not really working. Transparency. I need transparency. Search Fire Emblem with transparency. It's a lot of character art, but I might stumble across something that's not character art. You never. I might lower it to medium. Type. Line drawing. Doesn't give me too much. Give me some. There's a reason I'm not showing the Google search results on screen, because you never know what you're gonna get when you Google search something. Instead of large, let's go medium. See if something else. Type icon. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff as icon, but I need something big enough. Fire Emblem logo or icon? Large? Oh, there's a Hoshido, the revelation symbol. Ah, okay. I think I got something. Sorry guys, you've been staring at very static screens while I search for things. Apologize. This could work. I really do not like revelations, but I need something just around to occupy some space. Move this around here, move this over here. Put a little more space between the objects. Again, I'm also trying to go for that scattered look. So some things might be on the edges. Alright, so that seems like enough to me. In fact, it might be too much. So we're gonna save this. Opening pan. Give that. Okay. Go to the premiere. I don't care if they're gonna win. I can replace these things later anyway. But you're right. Some people do not like revelations, myself included.
Is non-existent.
Also, my audio got a little messed up there. Oh, Premiere. Why didn't I save? I'm gonna save right now, actually. Or is it gonna crash while I save?
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to focus tuned to the screen. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen. Focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen.
And then this is going to start off screen. So position, going to start off screen. And then I'm going to pan on screen. I think I'm going to stop it here and then have the zone appear in the middle.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment.
The Twilight Zone, yeah. I can see what you're getting at there. I mean, this animation's over like here. I can just cut. And then this pan can begin a lot earlier, so it's going a little slower.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
I think I might just have a straight cut to where it says the zone.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome.
Also, I'm going to have to ease these. Those in.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Oh, when I say the zone, it has to appear. Welcome.
Welcome to the zone.
Here, it's going to just say, welcome.
Welcome to the zone.
I might just straight up flip to the zone, hard cut. Okay.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
I think this needs to be a little, like, it needs to be a little faster.
Focus is solely tuned to the screen.
Sorry, working with animation in Premiere is a little off, or a little wonky. Need to make this graph way bigger, but I can't because it's Premiere. See, I can make it. I want to redo.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome.
Yeah, that's a little better. See, as the piano kind of goes down, I want it to match that kind of flow.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen.
In fact, I might actually want to move this closer. We're talking about flow, what's called the flow state. The flow state, I'll explain in the video, because we're only editing this opening portion. but it's about how that feeling of being in the zone, how it's created, how Fire Emblem creates it, what is the zone in the first place? Like, what's the psychology behind it? That's the basic summary of what the video is about.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen.
See, when this piano kicks in is when I want this to kick in. Might make it a little jarring, to be honest, but...
to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to
See, this is a little too fast right now. Slow it down a little bit.
Solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
I mean, it actually is a real concept in psychology, so can't call me out that hard.
Passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure it's some feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt the sensation I just described, whether it was a difficult level, a key moment in the world. It's these moments where everything seems to click. Zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that playing to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game.
The zone is a beautiful place. Sorry to get all weird, but the zone is so... Nothing is better in the entire world than being in the zone. It is absolutely... It's so... Makes you feel so alive. Nothing makes you feel more alive than... And, you know, more people need to seek it out. Like in their daily life, to be honest. It's not just extreme focus. There's a little more to it than just extreme focus. But that's a part of it. Also, thanks for all of you just kind of sticking through watching this. I know it's a little slow. I know it's not like the fastest paced or most exhilarating thing. But, you know, it's nice to just kind of show. I know you're just messing around, Matthias. Matthias. I don't hope I said that right.
Is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
See, now I'm just thinking I can just go like, put some text here. Text tool is going to take forever to load. Here I'm just going to put the zone. Make that text white. Make that text black. And then we can put it. I'm just debating where to put it. There. And then we might want to mess around with where this finishes. Or mess around with kind of the layout. The zone is Ash Greninja? That works. You know, that's one way to put it. The zone is Ash Greninja. I like it.
Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that... Welcome to the zone.
See, should I do this?
Welcome to the zone.
See, I don't know. I'm thinking.
The space around you.
Let's see how this flows.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point...
See, should I do...
Welcome to the zone.
Should I do that? Or should I do something like...
Welcome to the zone.
See, there's this note where it goes like...
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
It needs to appear here.
Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some...
Should I do... I'll explain the difference. Basically, there's this
wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Basically, on this note here, this... You hear that? I want everything to disappear, to be wiped, to flash away from the screen, because that's the ending of the opening segment.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Oh, I'm definitely doing this.
Feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game
that's a good point to reset.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt
I don't know what's better. I think this might be better.
To the zone.
I think, I might go with this and then mess around with the positioning of this. Where it ends up. Like this opening pan. Go to this keyframe. Let's move this. Let's shift it over a bit. To the, not upwards. Here. We might want to shift the overall thing down. Like shift both this and this. I'm just thinking if I want to make it look good when it says the zone. Oh, I accidentally added a new keyframe. Like when the zone appears. That's a better place. But it's going to be like this right now.
To the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Boom.
I'm sure at some point playing a video game that the space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that
I watch it over and over again and just see. I want that clock to be slowly ticking.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure it's solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful...
See, this is a little canted, though, in terms of it's coming in from diagonal here. I'm gonna have to go, what is this position? 635? Seems at 635.
And every
See, that's a
turn
little
that
more straight.
passes
I like
only
that
seems
better.
to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a
No,
video
I like
game
that.
you
I like this right here.
to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
I like that too. I'm sticking
I'm
with
sure
this section right here. I'm keeping this. I need to mess around with this clock though. This clock is not working. I like the opening.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent.
I need to mess around with this.
Is non-existent.
I might have to add a fade to this. I'm thinking a fade might work on this clock. Like if it's here. The last frame of the animation is here. So if I put a crossfade here. And it fades as that.
Your
I think it needs to happen a little earlier actually. That might work. I agree, Foolishly Fool. I think I'll mess with that as well.
non-existent.
I definitely agree with that. The zone definitely should have a little more space. Definitely have a little more space. So there's a few ways we might be able to do that. We can make it smaller. That might work. Might not be the best way to go about this, but no, that's too small. It needs to. That's too small. My bad. Yeah, I think we're gonna need to move some of these elements around. So go back into here. Move some things around. Yeah, and I have Premiere and Photoshop open at the same time, so. This would be a good play. I mean, we can test it out. What I can do here. Fill. Like, that's a good space for it. Let's save that. Go back to Premiere. It should adjust in a moment. It already did. Here we go. So things need to be shifted again, but that's fine. It's all part of the process.
To the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some
That's
point
better.
playing a video game that you've felt welcome.
Well, the zone is not the title of the video, though. That's the thing.
Welcome to the zone. The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
That hard cut I love. It fits with the music so well. It's this clock. The hands, I like this, like, I'm going for that cymbal sound. You see that cymbal in the background? And I think that fits. It's this hands going down. It's the da-da-da. So I think we're done in Photoshop for now. And we'll open up After Effects again. I can't have 3 open in the same thing. So. After Effects takes a hot minute to load. I need to close Photoshop though. Or it's closing, it's just taking a long time. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Is Photoshop closing? Come on, Photoshop. Just close. I just pressed X and it's not closing. Maybe it's because After Effects is opening. Finally closed. We also can probably take the crossfade off here because I'll just do that in After Effects. That crossfade was just an experiment to see what it looked like. Come on, After Effects. I know you want to open. I mean, I use Photoshop. I've never used Vector, so I wouldn't know. Alright. After Effects should be opening any second now. There we go. Open up that clock. Oh, I'll also show you, while I've got you, or the people who are here. I'll show you guys what I've already done in flow animation. Here we go. This animation right here, given one, it's got to render all this. This is more the informative part of the video. Again, yeah, psychology stuff. This is what I mean by I'm really trying to work on the quality of my graphics and my diagrams and graphs. This is gonna be moving, like the parts are movable, so like I can move. Oh, well, that's not how I would move it, but I can move this up and down. So, for example, when I talk about the flow channel being intense, I'm going to move the line like here. You know? Stuff like that. That's just something I've already made, And I'm going to be using this a lot in the video, so I guess look forward to that. But I've already made this, so we're not going to be looking at it too much. And it's not in the part of the video that we're working on. We're working here with this bad boy. I want to do something with the hands, with the piano thing. Da-na-na. Maybe it starts too early. Maybe it just doesn't line up with like if I try to line this up better, does it work? It's not too bad.
Your focus.
Coordinates definitely, the coordinates will represent the state of mind on that diagram. All right, let's mess around with this path here, and this group 2's path. Well, group 2, not group 2's path. It's all this path. One path. We also want it to be rotating. Or the hands might want, I might want the hands to be moving. To have some motion in there. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to scrap the hands. We're going to do something a little easier. A little easier to work with. Something a little, oh, I deleted the wrong thing. So I want this keyframe still. We're going to be working with the scale instead. The whole way through. Oops. I gotta drag that off. So. That looks, I don't know if that looks better. Huh. It's almost like it's falling through, falling down. I'm gonna change this to an ease, to an ease out. It's like it's falling. Da-na-na. I think that works better. It's almost like as it lands, it like makes a shockwave. Da-na-na. Let's see how that looks in the video.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent.
That looks better. I think it just looks, it fits better with the resulting after animation.
Existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt the sensation I just described, whether it was a difficult level, a key moment in the story, or just getting totally...
I'm going to move these up to their own separate layers. I want to have the composition on its own layer.
Non-existent. Time is non-existent.
Might do this. Yeah, this isn't gonna... Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Non-existent.
Maybe I should fade that. Also, I'm gonna need to drag in that image again. Echoes is definitely not hated. From what I know. I'm not very involved community-wise myself, to be honest.
Time is non-existent.
In terms of... I mean, people would consider my YouTube channel being involved in the community, but I feel slightly differently. I go on forums sometimes. I don't really post. I'm not an active poster. On Twitter, I may as well not exist. So, but Echoes is generally liked, from what I can tell. It's definitely not hated.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent.
How long is this? This... I'm just thinking we have to make an idle animation of it, or make it tick, or tick. Yeah, make it tick. So we need to kind of drag these keyframes somewhere else. And we have to find a way to make it tick. So this is the minute hand. I guess I'm just gonna make the minute hand move because I could add a second hand, but I don't think that'll look good with this graphic path. So what can I do here? This I can't rotate this. Like, does this work? Oops, I missed one. Gotta make sure I get all the points. It doesn't really work because it's attached up here to this. So can I do this? No, then it moves as a whole. So can I do this? Nope. I need to cut this somehow. I might have to add some more shapes here. I could do. What I'm thinking of doing. Make an ellipse. Make an ellipse here. Put it in the back. I need to select it though. Ellipse. Gonna have well, it already has a black stroke, I think. Is it fill black? Yeah, it's fills black. Sorry, I'm gonna be leaning close to the camera. And it's gonna be underneath these. So that when I try to move this, or I might just make a new, I might just make something new entirely. Yeah, I'll just make a new shape and rotate it, because it's not worth the hassle of... Make a new shape. Line it. Basically, I just make my own hand. I want to edit the path of this, though. Please let me just click on the path. No, I'll just use the pen tool. Or not. I'm just trying to make some shapes here. Please just let me edit the path. That's all I want right now. Lets me edit this path. Do I have to add it? I just want to edit a shape layer path. Double click a path segment while in path editing mode. I thought I am in path editing mode. Well, I don't want just these random points. Double click a path segment while in path editing mode or group selection mode. To view mask paths for selected layers, press M. Well, that's not. Well, I'm not looking for masks. Path editing mode, only various selected. You can select shape layers and their components in any 4 various levels selection modes. Yeah, I want path editing. I didn't mean to drag these off. Come on, I did not want to do that. Now my tools are over here. There they are. Okay, pen tool. I should be able to move this path. Or not. I'm trying to just edit a path. I'm going insane. How can I not? Don't feel bad for resetting at all. Come on. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I just want to edit a shape path. That's all I want to do. It'd be easy. Hold control. Come on. Help. I'm just trying to. I don't know why I'm going insane here. What? How do I? Like, this is so insane. Come on. I just want a basic shape. So basic. Basically, I should be able to select the vertices here and move them wherever I want. That's what should be happening right now. But for some reason, it's not happening. Path editing mode. I'm selecting. I'm in the layer selection mode right now. Why can I not just happen select just the path? See the blue line? I'm just trying to click the blue line. That's all I want. I'm going insane. I'm going insane, guys. I can select these ones. Like, they're right there. You know what? I might just... Or, you know what? I'm just going to do this. I'll just create it myself. Screw you, shape. Yeah, I can move this one. Now I can move these ones, right? Yes. You know what? Yeah, that works for me. That works for me. Basically, what I'm doing here, I'm just making my own arm. And this got shifted. Not centered anymore. I went to line up with this. And I'm going to move these onto their own layer. Sorry if I am woefully inefficient, guys. I'm learning this program myself, so just what you're going to have to get, because now what I can do with here is I can rotate this hand. I can rotate this however I like. Where's the anchor point here? Anchor point is there. We'll make the anchor point here. And then what'll happen if we rotate it? See? Oh, there. That's beautiful. Look at that. Beauty. We've got, we basically, we have a hand that we can work with now. Whoa. But that means we have to get rid of the one that's beneath it. So we're going to be editing the path of the shape beneath. So let's go here, and we are just going to be getting rid of this hand. Bye-bye. You're gone. You're essentially just going to go where... Yeah, you can stay there. And then this one here, this one that's rotating. Oh, not scaling. Rotating. We still need to be careful of some spots left here. That should be fine. If I rotate this. Did it not apply those changes? Oh, it's because this one, you're gonna have to move that there. And then these other ones are gonna have to move on their own. Like there. Got a little bump there. Not perfect. I can clean this up later though. But now this can be animated. Oh, this is still getting scaled down. So this will scale down with it. At this point, we're going to add the same animation. This is going to be scaling from this to 0. So it'll still do this. Well, it didn't scale at the same rate because it's not. This was set at standard. This is easy. This was easy. Also, they're not on the same coordinates. Yeah, this needs to be switched to. There we go. It's not perfect because if we go through here, like, look, because their anchor points are different, but I can fix that. See, this anchor point is at its center for this shape here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to group 1. Where's its anchor? Transform. Anchor point. I think this is its anchor's just a little off, I think. Here's the anchor. That should be slightly better. Yes. Slightly. Not perfect. Their anchors I don't think are in the same location. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to chat, guys. No, it depends. Can you tell from a distance? And then this, now we can set this to be its rotation of this hand. Up until it's even, like... Just so there's some rotation going on, like some movement. There's just something going on, you know? Rather than nothing. And how many seconds was this in? Also, everything's a little kind of off balance right now.
The space.
We should also get rid of this.
Time is non-existent.
Just that little motion helps so much, actually. It needs to be longer, of course, though. That rotation. Alright, these frames need to be... And then this just needs to be shown, needs to be longer. This appears at 250 and is gone. If it appears at 250, it's 750 is what it's at right now. It's only gonna last here, so it should be at 10 seconds at least. I'm gonna put it to 10 seconds. Time is non-existent. It doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's a lie by the government. They're lying to you about time. It doesn't exist, guys. You heard it here. Psychologist, Pavise Productions. You know what the P in Pavise Productions stands for? Psychologist. Both P's stand for psychologist. And I'm here to tell you, time doesn't exist. Anyways. So we're going to move this to the end of the 10 seconds. Assuming not missing part of the animation. That's the animation. So these frames need to be the last one. Everything was selected. I'll put these at the 9-second mark. So it finishes after 9 seconds. This rotation is going to be really slow. I might want to make this rotation longer. Not longer, as in faster. There, okay. So now this is way longer. Hopefully not too long.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen.
Okay, it's lagging a little
and
bit.
Every turn that passes only seems to intensify. Time is non-existent. Time is non-existent. Time is non-existent. Time is non-existent.
Man, it's really chugging along.
Your focus. Your focus is so.
I need to add the fade on this.
Your time is non-existent.
Alright, let's see.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
But where was the text?
I'm sure
Did it just not render?
fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Okay, let's try that again.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Perfect!
I'm sure at some point playing a video
well,
game that you've felt the sense.
But just what I wanted.
The space around you fades away.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Time.
I might want to actually pre-render or render this work area. I'm probably going to have this public on my channel for about a week. So you'll find it there. Usually anything I ask on the Discord, by the way, is because I'm making a video on it. Just want to get some people's thoughts. Just real quick, render that selection. Real quick. Just so I can see it smooth and how it's gonna look, and like how it's really gonna look.
Space around you fades away.
Well, not now. It's just the clock actually.
Time
rendered.
is non-existent. The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point.
Yes. You know, that took 2 hours, by the way. Just that opening 20-something seconds, 2 hours.
The space around you fades away.
This clock also needs to be fixed a little bit still.
Time is non-existent.
It's not centered either, which is kind of weird. I'll need to fix that up. We'll do that. We'll do that real quick. Assuming After Effects hasn't died on me. It may have. Oh, there we go. So let's center this properly. The reason it's taking so long is because it's taking a really long time because I haven't used After Effects that or Illustrator too intensely, and this is the first time I am doing so. Actually, I'm just trying to move this to the center. Come on, like even centering I'm struggling with. Just how do I center this image? Oh, that's close enough to the center. So we have this little we have a few issues still. Like the anchor points are different of these two. Like this anchor point and the anchor point of this anchor point are not the same. They're slightly off. That's better. I mean, this one is, I think this shape is going away faster, actually. This circle's bulging out a little. So you might need to change that shape, that ellipsis. That looks so much smoother, so much better. Of course, I need to render this again now. Oh, what did you miss? Well, I've been just doing a ton of editing. Or not editing, well, a lot of animation, some editing. To make them fade away to go to the zone.
The space around you fades away.
So here's what we got so far in this session.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Yeah. That's what I edit for. That's why I edit. I actually do not enjoy editing that. I do enjoy the result. Because that, yes. Somebody's got to make an emote of that face I just made. Something like that. That's it. Oh, I need to watch it again. I'm so happy with that.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
Yes!
I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt the sensation I just described.
I need to watch it again. I'm sorry. I'm so happy with myself.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt the sensation I just described, whether it was a difficult level, a key moment in the story, or just getting to...
So let's see. Let's go back to these goals I wrote down. Opening punch, hook, bold, impactful, sets the mood. Let's see. Opening punch. Let's make sure.
The space around you fades away.
I think it fits. I think it works.
Non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point...
Now let's see. More criteria here. Bold / impactful. I don't know if it did. I don't know if I met this. I think it's impactful, especially this part right here.
Welcome to the zone.
Yeah, I think that's impactful, that ending there. And it's smooth tone, slow movement, flow, present the concept as simply as possible. That's not related to what's happening right now, but... Set the mood? Yeah. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna watch it again.
The space around you fades away.
That movement to the clock adds so much.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes
I need to work on the audio
only seems
transition
to
there.
intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point playing a video game that you've felt the sensation I just described.
And look how much
Whether it was
longer
a
I
level,
have to go,
hearing
guys.
Story, or just getting totally lost in a game's world. It's these moments where everything seems to click in our minds that make for some of the most memorable
I'll check
and
it out,
meaningful experiences playing
Jake.
games, and Fire Emblem is no exception. In fact, the very first moment I can actively recall being in the zone was my first time through Fire Emblem Awakening.
That's
I
so
spent
good.
an entire weekend on the couch trucking through that game, and nearly every single moment felt absolutely magical. While this feeling is most often referred to by many as being in the zone, it actually has a proper name in psychological circles: flow. And in the game development community, the academic theory surrounding flow has become essential to the game design process. Today we'll be taking an in-depth look at Fire Emblem through the lens of flow theory, to not only understand what causes players to feel flow in Fire Emblem, but how the game's design and difficulty options cultivate and facilitate flow in various different ways. Psychology, the flow state.
Oh, sorry, that audio got cut off there.
Various different ways. Is Fire Emblem versus Psychology, the flow state. This is Fire Emblem versus Psychology, the flow state.
Hey Axel, I want to just show you what I did.
The
I'm gonna
space
watch it
around
again.
you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone.
That's perfect. In terms of this audio now, I need to make some adjustments to the levels. It's jumping from -5 to -18 decibels in a single note. So
Tuned to the screen, and every
it goes like
your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every
I might need to let me try this. That's smoother.
the screen, and every turn that passes
I think that's a little
only
better. I think.
the space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems
That's
to
better. That's a
intensify
better transition.
this wonderful
There's just
feeling
one note that was
of
getting
fulfillment.
played in a really high decibel, then going to low
Welcome
decibel.
to the zone.
So I just shifted things around. So
I'm sure at some
the
point
quiet note.
tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes
Maybe it
only
shouldn't be
seems to
that
intensify.
quiet though. It seems a little too quiet. What I might do here is let me go to change the level, make it a keyframe. Because it goes to -18 a little too fast. So it'll start. So over the course of a little longer, I'll add another keyframe here. It won't start at 18. It'll go start like at maybe like 10 instead, and then go to 18.
And your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful.
Oh, it's a little too long. That keyframe is a little too far away.
The screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling.
I just have to make sure my narration remains.
Welcome to the
remains like accurate.
Screen, and every turn that passes only seems to.
See, that's a little smoother.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment.
I might need to go drop down a little lower because I'd start talking and it's a little too loud.
Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify.
See, I'm already at 6 decibels. You know what? There's not much I can do about that right now. I just need to make sure like you can hear my voice clearly. I'm gonna close my eyes and make sure I hear my voice over the music.
Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify.
Also, that viewer counter is definitely. It's been stuck at like 17 forever, but I haven't been really focusing on the viewer count. I've been focusing on getting this damn thing, working on it. And we've been trucking away at it for a while now. But I'm very happy with the result. At least so far. 8 of you? I'm not surprised I'm not surprised this is the most popular stream, but I thought, you know, it'd be nice. It also keeps me accountable to actually work on this. Have people watching me. So yeah, that's the opening 22 seconds. I might be doing a few animations now. I might call it a day for now, because I've had a long day at work, and I came home and did this, which is working for another 3 hours on stuff. But tomorrow, this is all I'm doing. This is my life. All Friday tomorrow is going to be trucking away on this thing. A lot of the things aren't going to be as intensive as this was. And hopefully I'll have, like, this shouldn't have taken this long, basically. But there was a little few things that I'm not familiar with the programs I'm using. After Effects. This is just my work area. It's an in-out. This is my in. I can set my in and out. And I can also say to... I can make it not play. I can make it stop here. I can make this, my work area, bigger. It also, I can render just my... I can go sequence, render into out, and it'll only render that gray area, this light gray area. I mean, that's just the first 22 seconds. That's just the opening. And in all, it's going to be about 10 minutes long. Not everything's going to be as animation intense as this section was. And even then, the sections that are a little more animation intense are going to be... I've already done a lot of work on, or a lot of the groundwork for. So, you know what, let's save this. We're done with the clock. We're going to go to flow animations. What am I doing on Saturday? Probably also working on this. So here's the flowchart. I'm going to be working with this a lot tomorrow. I'm going to probably work pre-streaming for another 15-20 minutes, by the way, guys. But I need to set up a document here, because it's not going to appear like this at first. It's going to slowly... like, this is a little too much to take in at once. So I need to make a few animations of this this appearing without, you know, overwhelming people with this much information. It's gonna go. The box is gonna appear with the flow channel first. So the first time it appears is probably going to look like. The first time it's probably gotta get the. It's probably gonna look like this at first. It'll probably look like this at first. Ignore the text. The text will be gone too, probably. It'll look like this at first. Or I'll probably export this animation. I mean, what? We've got Comb, Tactics Emblem, and Jake all in the same chat. Right. The gang's all here. Oh, I need to add a white. I need to add a white shape. The background. Polygon tool. Make that fill. That white. And this needs to go. It can't be too big though. White solid. It needs to be. I'll need to figure something out here because these things need to appear behind something. I might have to add you know what I'll do? The fuck? I didn't mean to do that. Let's get rid of that shape. I want the shape gone. Not get the white solid gone. I'll just make it invisible. Oh no, it's not the white solid. Ugh. It's off center. The reason it looks off center is because the box is at the center, not the text. Like the whole thing is not at the center. It is off center. The box is centered. The text. Basically, this. Oh yeah, actually no, you're right. This is slightly off centered. I'll see you later, GNS. Thanks for romping. I was gonna go into here and add the white solid here, or add the white here, and send it to the back. And it's not gonna have a stroke. Oh, it only needs to be like that. So, and then if I go back to so now if I go to here, get rid of these groups. There we go. This, you can see here though, there's still You see the box. I need to fix that real quick. Come on. The thing about this is that I'm gonna be running in circles unless I change the anchor. Thanks for dropping by, dude. Appreciate it. Honestly, all of you sitting through this. Come on, I'm going insane. I'm just going insane. I do not like working with the shapes in After Effects. We're just doing the same thing over and over again. Definition of insanity, baby. This is probably gonna move, didn't it? This moved, right? Oh, I might have finally got it. There we go. Please tell me that that worked. Yeah, there we go. And then we turn off the anxiety text, the boredom text. And this is the diagram you're going to see at first in the video. It's going to be, basically, it's going to be this, and this, and then it's going to do a single loop of that moving, and then I'm going to have a composition that just has like a single loop of this. So it needs to just be a single loop, though. That's what I need to adjust here. Of these horizontal lines. Yeah, a single loop of these. How long is this? A second. So this, and then once this finishes, a single loop of that. So it's going to end up being 3 seconds long. Well, I have to change the composition. 3 seconds. See there, yeah. This stuff, editing is extremely painstaking, frustrating. You're gonna want to end it all, but when you finally get what you want out of it, like you get what you envisioned in your head, it's like there's very few feelings in the world better. It's satisfying. So this composition, trim comp to work area, I believe. There's that composition. And then I'm gonna have a loop of this one that I'm gonna make right now. I mean, I can just make it easily, but we're gonna save this. I'm gonna go to the point in the video where I introduced this. It's not for a while.
Comes into play, because in order to enter the flow state, 3. There must be a balance between the perceived difficulty of the task and the subject's self-perceived skill at the task, or in layman's terms, how hard the person thinks the task to be, and how good they think they are at the task must be in a similar range. When this perceived skill difficulty relationship is charted, the area flow is most likely to occur creates a channel that spans the diagram diagonally.
Yeah, that's where I introduce it. So let's import that composition. I love how I spell animations wrong. Animations. Animations. It's not even an A. I think this one was just called testing.
Referred to as the flow channel. The farther up the channel you are, the more intense
I might have to modify the animation to better fit this.
Is charted. The area flow The area flow is most likely to occur creates a channel that spans the diagram diagonally. When this perceived skill difficulty relationship is charted, the area flow is most likely to occur creates a channel that spans the diagram.
Now we have to make the loop. So to make the loop, we're going to make a duplicate of this and then trim it to just the 1 second, and then I'm just going to make it like a super long loop. So it was testing, so new comp from selection. Well, not new, no. That's not what we want. We want to make a duplicate of this one. Delete it. Testing. I want to make a new comp from this. Give me a moment. Duplicating composition. I literally searched this up and I did it. Duplicating compositions in After Effects. Edit. Oh, so it's just... Yeah, it's just Control CV. And there we go. And then we're going to trim this. This. It's going really slow because it has to do a full loop. See, there's a loop. There's the loop. And then... we're going to trim it to composition, trim comp to work area. There's the loop. Good. And then we're going to import this composition.
Creates a channel that spans the diagram diagonally.
So what we could do is just do this. Control CV. But what I'll
Channel that spans the diagram diagonally.
There, now it's
referred
looping.
to as the flow channel. The farther up the channel you are, the more intense flow becomes. With permadeath.
But that's a problem because I'm probably going to make it the composition multiple loops. Because I want to be able to fade, you know? Or you know what I can do? You know what I'll do instead? New sequence. Or a new, create a nested, make subsequence. Make this a subsequence, just so I can mess with it as a whole. Or is it not a subsequence, it's a nested. Nested sequence. And double click it. Well, never mind. I mean, it's gonna be throwing stuff at me. Now if I go to the nested sequence, it'll be there. And I should be able to apply whatever I want to this nested sequence. I should be able to duplicate this too. Yeah, I can duplicate this now. And just make this as long as I want. And this, pretty sure I can apply an effect to this, right? Yeah, I can fade this. That's really what I want. I want to be able to have the loop, and I can just go to wherever I want.
The farther up the channel you are, the channel that spans the diagram diagonally, referred to as the flow channel. The farther up the channel you are, the more intense flow becomes. The flow channel. The farther up the channel you are.
So I'm not going to do any more today. At least on stream. I mean, that was a lot for a very little. So one last time, we're going to go look at it, what we did today. It wasn't very much, and it took us 3 hours to do this.
The space around you fades away. Time is non-existent. Your focus is solely tuned to the screen, and every turn that passes only seems to intensify this wonderful feeling of fulfillment. Welcome to the zone. I'm sure at some point...
I'm happy with that. It's a good start, and now I have an aesthetic I can work off of. And that is going to be the end of this wonderful live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I mean, if you were here the whole time watching, then congrats to you, because at some points it was real slow. But eventually I got her done, and I'm going to be working on this all day tomorrow, giving you guys, hopefully, some quality Fire Emblem content. I wanted to be able to finish this weekend, but I'm being realistic, it's probably not going to happen. I'll probably get it maybe by the end of the week. Also, I want to get this out as fast as possible, because I want to do 2 videos this month. So we'll see if I can manage it. Let's switch to, I'm going to save everything I'm working on and close it. Same with After Effects. After Effects already saved. So. It's going to take a while for stuff to close. So in the meantime, switch to... Take off the headphones. Oof. Well, looks like I didn't drop any frames at least. Oh. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Love y'all. Thanks you for tuning in. You know, whenever people decide, you know, to spend their time watching you do stuff or on stream, watch me. It's always an honor talking with you guys, and Thought today I'd work on something with you guys, get a little peek into the process. It was real slow, it was rough, because I'm learning as I'm going here. That's what you gotta do sometimes. Go into new territory, learn new tricks, learn new tools, increase your general abilities, which is what I've been trying to do, and hopefully it pays off. Because I'm really hoping this video is gonna be good. And you know, sometimes you've gotta just gotta focus on developing skills, and the best way to do that, slowly but surely increasing your scope. Can't start full After Effects, full Premiere, full Illustrator. Too much. You gotta slowly build up your skills one by one. That's what I'm trying to do, because I'm not in school for film. I'm in school for game design. I'm not a film editor, student, etc. This is a skill I'm kind of developing on my own, like little by little. And, you know, hopefully you guys got a peek into the grind, you know? Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, as usual. Love you guys. Axel.Paul, Foolishly Fool, Cone, Jake, Squid Juice, you were around like almost. Foolishly Fool. Who else is in here? Jaden just dropped by to say GNS. So yeah, good night everybody. Hope you have a great night. I'll see you guys hopefully next week, or by the time the video goes up, we'll be up before next week. That's the goal. Everybody, have a good one. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Best.